discussing the events that happened in the meeting Tuesday.
The meeting Tuesday?
You have a council meeting Tuesday.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I would like to have my ducks in a row, and I would like to see if I can assist you in any way I can.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that, actually. Can you get that room available? I need to deal with something real quick.
Of course, I want to let you know.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm dealing with something.
Ah, you're fine. Take all the time you need.
My stream keeps lagging, and it feels like it's something to do with my graphics card or something. But I'm like perfectly fine everywhere. Have I been disconnecting? I did disconnect. Why does it keep doing this? I've disconnected 3 times. At this point, I just can't fucking stream anymore. It just keeps disconnecting.
Oh. Hello. How you doing, little one?
I can't tell if it's just like Discord, Twitch being an asshole or something. Or maybe it's this fucking mod
I'm stuck here now.
all these menus I
I
added.
think that's the rule. Not that I mind at all.
Why is it doing that? What the fuck? Dropped frames. Frames missed due to rendering lag. VRChat has maybe since the beta. I need to get a new graphics card, I think. Can't really afford it though.
There you go.
I've never had this issue in the past. It's so annoying. I'm on low for everything.
Hello. He's standing on a hill, as he does.
Okay, what's up,
Nyol. Hi. Well, I'm not a doctor. She's the doctor. Yes, hello. Greetings.
This is the first time I'm seeing
art
you in
thou?
something other than a battle suit.
First time seeing my face, huh? Yeah, that takes a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah, at least you're wearing the glasses. It would be a little crazy if you weren't.
Sorry, my body's
I guess
giving
so.
out because
You're
I'm
wearing
stressed.
glasses as well.
Same, honestly.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting day.
Look, everything's fine. I even talked to Sachi and he was like, he doesn't give a shit. It's Malleus and Nemesis at this point. Probably Aki. Which I will have no
Yeah,
point in. I
Aki.
am not making deals with them anymore. We get our own shit.
Mm.
Especially when they offer us stuff.
Yeah,
and it
we can
doesn't-
handle acquisitions.
We've done it always. Just decided one time to fucking reach out. Bit us in the ass.
One time, and they kind of screwed us over. And by kinda, I mean
A
very
lot.
much so.
Mm.
Yeah, very much.
I might...
Well,
I'm gonna go have a meeting with another councilman.
Hamsky,
Look,
please,
Which one?
please.
Wait, hold on. Which one?
Gildeer, he's been my friend.
Just to be
So
clear.
he's been a friend to us.
Okay,
Galdier's
he's a
fine.
good guy.
Yeah, Galdi is an ally. I trust
Look,
Galdi.
I know which ones are
He's
evil in this
good.
room. Alright, maybe Sachi's like a little fucking mixed bag for everyone, but
Speaking of which, coming up hot taken,
I know he's
speeding faster than a
Sachi's
bullet
less
right now.
so
He's coming
evil.
this way.
He's just
Ooh,
more
look at him go.
self-interested.
I see something different. There is moments where he jokes around, and there are moments where he helps everyone, but he does it in a way that he will risk something.
Howdy.
And sometimes I think risks are important.
I have to run.
Put your arms out like this.
What kind of
Carry me.
What?
Let's go.
What are you?
Let's go. Okay, this is a joke. I'm getting
I'm going to drop you in 5 seconds.
I see you're pulling one of my. I see you're pulling one of my moves.
Let's go. Blue, you're gonna have to stay out here. Stay with
Take me out to dinner before you try shit like that.
fuck it,
See,
yeah.
Blue,
Have
they're
some
gonna go
class,
into a
Hamsky.
little meeting.
Blue, stay with Indigo,
Uh,
okay? I gotta talk to them.
Yeah.
And I swear to
Yeah.
God,
Ooh,
if you're
they'll be back.
polymorphed or something, me and Jasmine had this thought.
Where
If
shall
you're
we
polymorphed,
go?
we will find out. We will
I
find out.
don't know. Where do you want to go?
Where would you like to go, Willow?
Blue, come back.
Catch him. Put him in a hat.
Gotcha. I don't know if I don't want to put them fully in my hat, but I'll think of something.
I just remembered a noise
Silent
that I
weapon.
have. Hang on. I remembered something. You reminded me of
Wait.
something.
Yorick, I love you.
Okay.
I've always wanted to say.
That's how you reminded me.
I'm ahead.
When the fuck do you love me?
Someone get up on that mountain over there?
Alrighty.
Well, there was someone up on the hill.
This
that
fits
was
better.
confusing.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, listen. Listen, friend.
Just
I'm double checking what's
fucking
Okay.
Gildir
Nope.
No, this is the councilman.
Nope. I'm sorry. Taking this with me.
Hello, Mr. Councilman.
Lift up.
Pardon me. The regular toast.
Very fast.
Oh no, there he is.
35 plus.
Found Yeah, let's go. Hey, Mars.
Okay.
See, this is kind of cheating. Tell you what, though, I'm going to make this really
We're
interesting.
going upstairs.
Let me finish my business meeting first, and then we'll have a discussion about it afterwards.
Of course.
Why
What are you
is
doing,
he-
Helmsky?
I'm going to have
He's
a
gonna want
business
half
meeting with
that.
Gildeer.
Just to say yes. You're not supposed to
You want me
tell
up
him
there or
I
no?
don't know why so many motherfuckers are in that room.
This wasn't to fuck with him.
Come with me.
This was to fuck with
You
you.
want me up there or no?
Yes, come.
I like
What about
I'm bringing Amon.
He never said how I had to get him to
How about that, Yorick? I know he is here.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh, security! You just want me. Go. Yes, sir.
Why you're
Just don't
He is
worry.
going to finish the business meeting.
He's here. He's on here.
Come back down as he was
there are a
already
lot
in
of
the
people down
business
there.
meeting.
They're my people.
Hmm.
Are
And
you
as soon
hiding
as he's
from
done, he's
somebody?
going to come back and meet up with me.
So. What?
I mean,
No,
we've done that multiple times over.
Oh, fancy. I'm sitting there having a conversation. I'm just getting carried
First of
away
all, I
with this
don't
other
know why we're
gentleman.
having a
He's going to
conversation.
get drunk. I think we're selling spices or some stupid shit like that. He was drunk. I was drunk. We were going around in circles trying to outsmart each other. She got tired of listening. She just walked up behind me and left.
You know,
Power move.
That happens once in a while.
I
happens
didn't
once in a
know
while.
that this meeting was so large. When you told me that we were having a meeting, I thought it was
Hi,
me and
Hamsky.
Hamsky. I didn't know it was like you, me,
Hamsky.
Hamsky, and 5
Where
others.
have you been?
No, it's.
Technically, two of us work for his ass.
It's just more spread out this way. Anyway, it's clumped at one side.
Every time we ask me at a meeting,
I'm just used to being told to be alone. Okay, well, pick his job. Some people here are unaware of the events that happened today. I'm just gonna run through them so they are caught up to speed before we get to the real meat and potatoes of the talk. So,
Alright.
do not freak out. 1. Malleus was shot by a whisperer from Zero.
I knew about that.
2. No showed up about 10 minutes afterwards.
Didn't know that.
3.
know that.
A missionary for Zorus started preaching in the street.
Wait,
What?
Yes.
The
You heard
fuck?
him right.
Yes.
A missionary for Zaris showed up.
We're gonna tackle this one
Wait.
at a time.
Hold on.
With the
I'm on.
Malleus part.
I technically
him
need to
talk.
correct something about the null thing.
Alright, but
It
first
was
of all,
bad
I
for
want to say
one
this.
Malleus was there.
This shit doesn't leave this room. We're not having the fucking meat rack be your goddamn petri dish of fucking fucked up organizations. So keep it out. I don't want more shit
We're
down
not.
there. Okay.
So,
This information
Did
is
we
private, and we know
place them
that.
there?
I'm just saying, stop talking about it this much.
Malleus is your key problem right now. Because he now has, the leverage to start fucking with you more. Personally, I believe what happened today to be staged for him to get this ability. But there's no evidence pointing towards that. It's just hearsay.
First of
My
all,
personal
man,
opinion.
I'm not allowing him down there or anyone that we know works with him. The fucking Whisperers are staying
Okay,
there too.
how about Nemesis?
Nemesis doesn't fucking listen to me. He was supposed to tell them to stay out. Instead, he sent me a text message that said something like, good luck. So, there's that. And he's too...
No,
Never mind.
I know. Whatever you say about Nemesis, I know I've been working by his side for a
Yes.
week and a half now, and
He's petty.
I messaged him, informing him of the events that happened, and invited him to talk. And his response was, justice will be served. That's it. So I'm kind of done with that. I believe that this can be used to get Nemesis to lose power in Waterfront.
Say that again.
Negligence of
It's one of the
duty.
possibilities.
Which is actually really bad for you at the current moment.
Say that one more time.
Nemesis is losing his authority, and quickly.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Yes. However, the people that are trying to come in and snatch that are individuals like Malleus. Personally, Guardian District was originally part of Waterfront. I am close to the district, geographically. So I'm seeing this as a power grab, not at just Waterfront, but myself as well. So I'm trying to cover my ass the best I can. But I also do not want that to fuck you over.
Seems like my guess is right that even a fucking council member can see it.
First of all, who are these people? To you.
He's been present in meetings. He's actually, talked down Athena to the point she stormed out. You were there for that. Saya and her husband, people I trust, members of Aegis, they're here more for the Zaris part. I was also going to have Ion here. Ion is going to be fronting the Vigilante program. And I am assisting and reconstructing for Zafira.
He's with Aegis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He
And
is.
Roderick?
Roderick is my confidant, one of my security personnel, and he's been around the block for Zaris as well. And, he has information that assists with the null situations.
I'm
I've tirelessly got this pick and carved on my head is something that we have as a preventative measure against the Malleus as well.
Alright, we need to be careful.
I have
with
my
what we say
hand
on
in
the
a
show,
lot
so
of
don't
pies,
blurt out
basically.
everything.
I have a question. That's why the reason why my hands are raised like this, if I'm allowed to ask. The attack today. The information that I have, because again, I was not there until the aftermath of everything. The Whisperers shot Malleus. And then everything went to shit afterwards. That much I know. Question of curiosity, what happened to the bodies?
What do you mean?
There was the one individual that they talked through their phones, carried one out. I know that.
That's Yuffie.
Yuffie. Yeah, it's Yuffie. So here's the question.
Hey.
The one that shot Malleus, where did that body go?
First of all, he probably has no head because as soon as he shot, I shot.
Oh, that's fine. But so here's my thought process, actually, and that's the problem right there. I just had a thought. Hypothetically, if this was a way to make Nemesis lose power, right? If this was a way to make Nemesis lose power in the waterfront, something like this would be the perfect excuse, yes? Question. Suddenly the gang members just openly shoot a councilman like that? And they don't think that he's going to survive, or something crazy, or some weird magical fucked up bullshit is going to happen? Here's my question. How do we know they're actually whisperers and not controlled in some form or fashion? Gang members are associated by colors, by patterns, clothing, markings that they bear, right? Who's to say the person wasn't actually working in some form or fashion, whether with their will or against their will, for them?
The blobfish motherfucker that was walking around.
Exactly.
That's
What was
what I
his
was
name?
going to mention.
Bucky.
Bucky.
Yes.
Yes.
That
he
mutant
big
is
For the
armor.
Whisperers.
a
well known.
yes. That Bucky is a experiment from the shit that's been peddling in that's been circulating around in District Zero.
Okay.
It is a perfected.
Now to be funding the Tigers, the opposing gang.
I'm just trying
There's
to
no
open ideas.
evidence that you can find to use against Malleus for that.
Right.
No. I'm gonna propose a fucked idea that is really sketchy. I want your opinion for it. If there is an attempt of grabbing at power by another councilman for Waterfront, I am going to try my best to cook them, and I grab that power myself.
That's very risky.
I was actually about to ask if you were going to try to grab
My
the power
district
for
was
yourself.
originally part of Waterfront regardless. Reintegrating it would not be a hassle. Plus it keeps Malleus the fuck away from you. But then it will show that I'm openly opposing him.
Plus, it works in our favor because I have experience with the Waterfront District when I was still working with Wayward.
How do we know you're any better than Nemesis? You're already plotting to take... And that's all the council seem to do. They just plot against each other. And they don't give a shit about people like us. I like you. I need you to prove it.
How would you like that?
Valid.
Time.
I
That's the only thing
can
I
give
can
you
think.
3 examples that he's proven it.
You're not meat track though, Raptor.
Fair.
Go on, Amon.
Mr. Gildeer, you know me and you and some of my security personnel are having deals, correct?
Yeah.
We trade info, right? If we continue to have this, you know, if we continue, Hamsky, to continue to work as security to work with Gildeer here, and it proves fruitful, and we do not get stabbed in the back by Gildeer, would that help prove to you that Gildeer is not going to
It
fuck
would.
us over if he does grab control?
There are
It
2
would.
councilmen that I slightly fucking trust. Also, there's a problem, though. Alright, we have fought for everything tooth and nail at the meat rack without other people's help. And I recently realized that asking others for help bites us right in the fucking ass. I don't know how I feel about letting vigilantes roam our streets, even if they're under your control. I would have to monitor them if they came down.
How about, since you are in need of looking for trust, one, something I will suggest, get everything in writing. if you two want to make an arrangement, get it in writing. If you're worried about the vigilante system in your specific area, whether he has them registered or not, have it stated in your region that they have to also go through you to get validation to work in your area specifically.
Also, not all the deals you've made for help have bit you in the ass.
What
One
deal?
actually saved your... One of them, one call for help saved your establishment from being overtaken
What
by
call for help?
zombies.
Go on. You're talking about facility.
I'm just saying that you've called for help before and we've helped you.
Something I've heard in the
not
past.
mentioning any
Not to mention
recently is
Aegis
that
has
facility-
definitely helped you when you've called for Aegis.
Yes.
I do not want to sound rude or cold with this, but the Aegis one. You're financially backed by Malleus, not saying that you cannot be trusted, but you cannot be seen making any acts against councilmen or things of that nature without it directly impacting Aegis.
About that.
Apologies.
So, no, you're fine. So something else. You said something about vigilantes and bounty hunter stuff, right? I'm guessing.
Yes.
And you're worried about that being in the street. Well, I was
Yes.
already planning on, doing that stuff with Golddeer anyways, right? Because I like to do work. How about this? And this is just an idea. You don't have to accept it. Both of you don't. The bounty hunters and vigilantes that operate in the meat rack could be meat rack staff. And then any other vigilante or bounty hunter would have to, obviously follow protocols from security and all of that stuff. They work there. But you would already have vigilante/bounty hunter people that all meat rack staff that work in that area, right? But they still have to follow all the security stuff, right? So they can't go and do whatever the fuck they want. They have to follow security stuff, right? And you would technically have some of your people doing that as well. So it also goes back to gaining trust, because if we get fucked over while we're working for him, then you can't trust him. But if we don't, and he treats us with respect, then you could show that you could trust him. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it. Been a long fucking day.
That's good. I would
Does that
be
work with
happy
you,
with
Goldie?
that. Also, you even being at the meat rack would be an issue. Malleus being there was an issue because he was just there. The fact that his fucking self-defense mechanism busted out of his fucking Game of Thrones vagina spread out throughout the whole fucking street.
If you would like, I can stop coming.
Wow. Yeah, and by the way, Malleus got shot.
Tell me.
Yeah, we know.
Just
I know
tell
about
me.
that.
Apparently, Anthuriel's acting as if he didn't.
He said when he was shot.
No, the
Tell-
reaction of whatever happened after he got shot was making me go, wow.
Tell me when you come to the meat rack.
Attacking all the whispers.
Before. So that I can tell my staff and they can keep an eye on you.
That's what we've been thinking of. He's
We have a protocol
Not
specifically
Nemesis.
for council members
something.
that we can enact for you to help you out as well.
I'm aware.
Nemesis
Also,
will try to get you to go.
I'm very well aware.
To him, don't.
also, what should we
Oh, good.
do about the Lotus as well? They seem to be moving in as well.
No. Sachi? Who was there today with a lilac?
Something we can discuss later.
We're
Yeah.
not
trying.
Look, yeah, let me.
Are you free?
Yes.
Kane's Corporation, KNL, has bought property 15 minutes away from Nitrak. He's planning on flushing out all the gang members out of there by any means necessary.
Oh.
He's
That's
also
a really insane move.
You're gonna end up on your front door.
And what do you expect from
I
Kane?
see.
I would also like to point out, too, that at a point after the Azarus agent made themselves known in the area, there was a little exchange between Rogue and Kane, where Kane had a gun pointed at Rogue.
Why are there so many fucking snitches in this room? You guys just come down there and watch
Fuck
everything?
you.
Bro, that's...
Yes.
I know.
How do you
I'm
think
not-
I'm aware of all these things?
We aren't fond of Kane and how he acts, especially with his cybernetics failing him.
This is what I will say, as somebody that was right by Rogue when that happened. Kane does that again. Hamsky, with your permission, I'm going to throw his ass out. Because he disrespected and did not listen to a head of staff multiple times. That breaches our protocol.
We're discussing meat rack shit in front of a bunch of people that aren't even meat rack.
Yes.
That's my issue right now.
I'm just saying that
I've worked with.
This is why I said
And you
what I
spread
said.
information that is not open to everyone.
It's a warning
First of all,
to everybody in this room. It's said more as a warning to everybody in this room. I don't care who the fuck you are. You don't listen to security in the meat rack, I will throw your ass out.
Same for me.
I mean, that works fine for me. I
Also,
don't have
I just want
jurisdiction anywhere unless given.
I want to bring up this. This is why I'm agitated, and I don't mean to be agitated at you. It's outside sources that are causing constant trouble for us. It's not us. We're a bunch of fucking ruffians with baseball bats and guns blowing up the fucking street. That's how we grew the meat rack. It's outside sources causing our issues every single time.
It's outside sources causing us issues too. You have to understand that. It's not just you dealing with these problems.
It's literally
You're not the
everyone.
only person. Congratulations. Welcome to the rest of the fucking world.
You're not the
You're
only
not special.
community within here.
As well as now that SARS has showed its face a little bit more now.
Before I became a regular at the midterm, I used to be head of security for Misty Shore. I am familiar with the stress that is being caused to you. Outside sources coming in, breaking shit, harming shit to people you care about. It gets tiring and problematic.
Really fucking tiring.
Now I find myself in a position that I can actually intercept and intervene. I would at least like to try.
The deal for the vigilante shit or what bounty hunting, that should be a good first step. And I also need to talk to you in
fill out any
private.
paperwork you need for me. Me?
No,
I needed to actually talk to you
Galdier.
about something anyways. Oh, Galdier. You're looking at me when you said that. I do
I know I
apologize.
looked over. Sorry.
Are you familiar with Zaris?
I remember Gormunder fighting in it.
Yes. You're a missionary at your establishment, well, not but in the streets, talking about Zaris.
What do they
That's
look like?
pretty... Roderick has pictures.
Project, send me that
Small
photo.
white-haired- I can send you the photos of it. Small white-haired girl with red eyes, sharp teeth, similar that of, I guess you could say, almost dark.
Bringing up Zaris alone is enough
Wearing
to
small
cause
uniform, no shoes.
seasoned individuals stress.
Old or young?
Young, like a girl.
Young.
No more than probably in her teenage
Were they
years.
carrying a pamphlet at
I
all?
just want you to be wary of
No.
them inviting individuals to sermons and
Sounds
such.
like one of the teenagers of one of the families that used to go to the church.
They turn to pro-human
Potentially be
terrorism
a
and then
innocent, but
assimilation.
thinks of it as a normal church still.
It's like a hive mind.
I have a question, actually. You talked about pamphlets. Later in the evening, I was at a restaurant talking with a couple of individuals, and I happened to reach into my pocket, and I felt paper in there, and I was confused, because I didn't remember ripping up any receipts, anything like that. It's a bunch of scraps of paper. And, well, curious, when I was by myself, and I tried to assemble the paper together to see what it was. Had a phrase on it. There's the term, or there's a phrase, "They shall break them with a rod of iron," mean anything to anyone.
That's one of the sermons of
Oh,
Zaris.
God.
Yes.
Oh, that was left in my,
Sounds like
oh,
an
that
old
was left in my
Bible
fucking
scriptures that
pocket.
they used to. Sounds like one of the
Yeah.
old scriptures they used to put all over the place.
No, it's Zaris. That is not. That gives you with an issue for Zephyr.
For
I want you to know,
specifically a
since this was our first encounter of it,
glass.
is at their location. It may be back. Maybe greater numbers or less. Your establishment gives you to do what you fit. We are telling them
The pamphlets they used
that we are not going to cause problems for you with them.
Well,
Especially at your
the ones
establishment.
that you used to just
We
hand
can
out
handle
and people
anything
used to
that
carry
comes
around.
down.
That's why I asked.
Try to get
They
people
were
to not
handling
interject,
divine magic to them.
if you can. Without talking to me. If they talk to
Try
me,
my best. I cannot make any promises. Some may slip through the cracks, but they may.
Yeah.
I'll try my best. What do you want? That is not my jurisdiction as councilman.
You think that's probably what I
I
have?
am trying my best not to step on toes.
Could have been.
But right now I'm flying very close to the sun.
By itself,
Turns
it's
has still
practically
been
harmless.
around.
Frankly, I don't give a shit.
At
Well,
this point,
remember,
Nemesis
actually,
could bite everybody in the
Zoris.
ass.
This isn't the
this
first
little conversation if
resurgence
it
I've seen of
slips.
Zoris, actually.
And I've noticed people
No.
are very
I mean,
talkative.
I mean, it's possible.
Always.
Well, no, I know for a
Still-
fact. I've seen
I was saying the
Alex.
church is still very.
Also,
Yeah.
mind if I add in
It
a
was
concern
when
as well?
Lila got
But this is
kidnapped
more
by a
relating
little
back to Malleus.
necromancer.
Are we able
He
to
was
trust
at the
Sachi
meeting
at
with the
all?
Umbra.
Because
Look.
from what I hear, he's friends with Malleus.
Can I
No, he's not.
can I say my experience with
No, he's not.
Sachi? I have been working with Sachi since the very beginning. Gormander brought me into his fucking office, and I don't know why the fuck. We had therapy sessions. Fucking Sachi threatened to stick us in a shredder. I have been working with him this
You
entire
too.
time. If anyone knows Sachi and is aware that he could be manipulating me, it's me. Sachi has been there. I've gone to him for the gang problem. When you guys showed up, when the Whisperers showed up, when the Tigers showed up, I knew because of Sachi. He has been there telling me everything from the very beginning, and I had nothing to offer him. Nothing. We still have nothing. We're a small fucking mini district. We have nothing to offer. He is still helping us. He's a little bit of a fucking gremlin. He's done some fucked up shit. He's made decisions that require sacrifice in some way, but in the end, I feel like he's always been there to try and help. Which, maybe I'm wrong and everyone here can say something.
I'm just making sure all angles are covered.
Con, you know Sachi the
Sachi. Yeah, I do. Sachi is a complicated person. He very well knows his way around people and how to get close with people. Not saying that's a bad thing. As for you saying you don't really have anything to offer him, that would be incorrect. You
In the beginning,
probably have a lot more than you think.
I was literally the Hamburglar. I was a minion of Gormander. I was nothing. He was helping me then. I was a shitty bar in the waterfront. I had nothing. He helped me. You think right now I have
He does
something.
that.
No one in the past helped us, okay? Until we had something. Sachi was there in the very beginning. Probably one of the first people to fucking even try to help me in any way, with just information.
Oh no, I'm not saying he doesn't do things out of the goodness of his heart at times, but I am aware
I'm well
that
aware. He also doesn't do them.
he always has many things on his mind. Family comes first to him, and friends.
As someone who has clearly been on all the various different perspectives when it comes to that relationship, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that he does not trust or like Malleus as far as he can throw him, but he unfortunately has to stomach working. Because guess what? He's also a council member.
Yeah, that comes to the
they don't like each other. They probably would fight each other if they had the chance, but they gotta stomach each other because of their positions.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Malleus absolutely loves Sachi.
Bro, that guy.
You've seen the way he
probably
acts around him.
To a level that I don't think I want to think about right now.
Gross.
I'm not saying
No,
I
that's
trust
not-
Sachi.
Would you like to be my +1 for the meeting Tuesday?
What? No, I'm going with Nemesis. You want my entire section of the city to get punished because I went with you. That's what would happen. Nemesis would punish us all. He already rose the
He's not in a
taxes.
position to do so.
Plus,
I'm
he's
going
been
with
working
Nemesis.
really closely with Galdir.
If anything, I can go with Sachi.
Yeah, fine.
I feel like he has a little more.
I was gonna say that
say.
just leaves you to
Galdir, if you've
find
got a
someone with
+1
different
slot.
perspectives to go with you.
Let me take it.
Fuck it, I'll go.
Also, I think I could go by
Take it.
myself. At this point, it's my
Fuck it.
section of the city. They would talk to me.
No. Sachi would allow it. The others would speak up. Now, for people to know, the last council meeting, Malleus tried pushing to get Akikoto, District Zero's representative, his father,
Nope.
removed from his seat.
Oh, hey, finally, Bodyguard is not taunting my ass.
Apologies, but they wanted, Malleus wanted to replace the inactive councilman, Joe Bott, and Akikoto's father.
Haven't seen Joe in a while. Yeah.
Nobody has.
Hmm.
Same goes for Akikoto's father.
I've never even heard of that one, really, or seen them. At least Joe I've seen around on an occasional blue moon.
To be fair, Akikoto's father is a very extremely paranoid man. Extremely paranoid.
Oh.
Sachi gave example that at one point he showed up to a meeting with a goddamn rollout TV on a cart.
Yep.
Hmm.
Thought he was talking about Jobot, though. I've never seen that guy.
Hard to miss
You
if you
probably
produce
have.
him. Literally a golden man of metal.
Gilbot keeps to himself these days for some reason.
He is around. I've encountered him recently. He's just not making it public. He is around. Don't know why, but he's the type of individual. If you're not synthetic, he does not give a fuck.
Doesn't want to give you the time of day.
It's fitting for industrial. My concern is you showing up without being a +1. Malleus trying this and his interest in stirring the pot. He's going to want to jump at your presence. Being honest, Malleus taking interest in you and your people. That is problematic.
Bad. Very bad.
He likes to collect.
But you already knew
No one has explained that to you yet.
No, everyone knows.
We know.
He's apparently
It's because I.
He's already apparently taken a liking to one of your staff members.
Who?
Which one?
It's been slipped to me that he was curious a little bit about Lorelai.
I knew it.
Where'd you hear that?
Makes no good suspicion.
On the streets. Actually, you know what? I'll just say it in good faith. I heard it from your own Ripper docs.
Okay. There's probably some truth to it.
I have a teleporter, and I can probably blacklist him or something. The only thing I can't do is stop him from coming down the elevator, which he will come down.
I have an idea. I temporarily hire Lorelai as an assistant or something. There is an agreement that stops Malleus from going after staff or subordinates of other councilmen.
You're putting a spotlight on them immediately, even bigger than... Malleus looking at them.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. He wouldn't have to publicly hire them. All he'd have to do is hire them in a shadow sense. So basically, he would put it on books that they were part of the staff, but never actually have them actually do anything. It's as simple as having maybe like shadow security here at Purple Lotus.
Yes. Something that'll pop up in a background check.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want that. Or he wouldn't want to get the ire of another council member for touching what's not his.
Exactly. It basically keeps everything underground, under wraps, and quiet. So that way, if it does come to light, it basically slaps him in the face because he wasn't there to see it.
And they're safe.
It's why he never made moves on specific individuals before that interest, because they were protected under Sachi.
Well, that was also because he made it publicly known that they were protected.
Mm-hmm.
Fable's assistant. You remember? That is why I have this carving on my skull, and Roderick has that pendant. We're friends with Lotus couriers after being targeted by Malleus. Supposed to help ward off people fucking with our heads. It's only temporary, buys us maybe 5 minutes at the most. On a good day, but that's something.
I remember you telling me about it. Okay. First of all, I think we are capable of getting Malleus out of our street alone. He comes down. Are we? We are
I already
not
yelled at
allowing
the
him
fucker
back.
twice.
The problem
Listen,
is that you're hyper-focused on Malleus.
No, I'm
Malleus
not.
thinking of himself
First of
as
all,
one person.
I made a deal with Aki Koda. We were supposed to get fresh food for a job he was going to do. I am done. I'm out. I'm not hyper-focused on one person. I'm hyper-focused on all of them.
You let my opinion ban us all. Show like you have no favoritism. It might piss off Nemesis. However, it shows that you're not targeting Malleus or the Kodo family.
I want them to know.
That's good.
You're already used to Nemesis's ire as well.
I've already got his ire. He's a petty motherfucker. And you tell him what we need down there and he fucking forces punishment on us. So it's already hard enough to talk to him. I'm gonna be real. The only one that hasn't caused me extreme issues is Sachi. He took me hostage one time. He put me in a nice, cushy fucking room, and he had a conversation with Gormunder upstairs while I was eating steak and potatoes. That was like the worst he's done to me. And Gildir, you're a good guy. I just worried.
I want to segue subjects to the other elephant in the room. Which is
No.
We actually saw them yesterday, too.
According to Sachi, they are getting more brazen.
Yes.
He suspects they have something that backs them, power-wise.
Yes. We saw them yesterday while we were at Percy's shop. They literally were walking around like nothing happened.
Makes
We kicked them.
No killed Fable. Split them in half.
I always get this confused. Was Null the one that fucking got their head cut off at the Purple Lotus like a year or something ago?
Yes.
That
that
was
I remember.
project, yes.
We kicked
It was
those
a
4
dumb move by
individuals.
Sachi. I know.
We kicked 4 of those motherfuckers out of the meat rack almost immediately. Also, Sachi suggested it, and I trust his opinion. Again, another reason he is helping us.
We had an issue at Misty. No one would show up on peaceful means. However, the patrons would take their presence as a hostile action. Therefore, we had to remove them. So I'm familiar with that.
Just so we're aware, Null is actually
not allowed.
a cult that feeds on people that aren't doing very well. That's what I heard.
Why don't we let him explain that? As someone who worked personally with them. Well,
don't say it like that.
not like that, but against them. Yes.
What do you want to know about them? Specifically.
Anything. That's all I've really heard, and I saw that one guy get beheaded. And then I've heard...
Do they believe Purge is returning? Wholeheartedly.
Yes.
One day, but there's no signs of that Omega plans to return. He left his message of saying he didn't find anything else needed from this planet and left, saying it'll be his last stop.
Couldn't you just be
As for
honest?
Null,
His goal is to prevent Purge from returning. By calling the herd.
yeah. Pretty much, Project, the one who initiated Null, was a prototype that was supposed to be a recreation of Omega himself. It was an abandoned project that got let loose. He thinks that to properly stop Purge, while at the same time doing their work, is to properly prepare the Earth by either giving people the choice of becoming part of them or just being taken out. If you're not with them, you're against them. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And if they still follow the same old protocol, once Purge returns and they see that, everything is done, everyone will just, because they do not need it anymore. They pretty much plan to do what Purge did, but in a roundabout method, claiming they're more humane. As of right now, they're more of a synthetic cult than anything, mostly just because they do not have the manpower to do what Purge could do, which would be starting frontal assaults on all fronts. They're small time right now, but they're slowly trying to gain numbers. If they eventually get too big, they could start doing what Purge did, which is actually assaulting cities and seeing if there's any, downtrot that want to join them and bring their forces up higher.
They're recruiting people for that. Homeless people.
Do you remember a few months ago, during the time that we no longer had the meat rack due to the
I
zombies
saw them in the
taking
yeah,
over?
they were in the street.
Yes. I tailed a couple of them. Just trying to get information, seeing what I could overhear. Wanted to hear the recruitment spiel, kind of to see what they were working with, and honestly, I understand why certain people would join them. At least how they speak.
I remember he was sitting next to a homeless guy or something. Like, there's a lot of homeless people at the meat rack. Kind of.
So they're trying to
Also,
recruit.
with the recent scare of cyberpsychosis, I believe Noah can change their approach to telling people that they can prevent it by making them full synth.
Full chrome.
It's a good method of recruiting people.
Haven't seen it, but I can see it happening.
Alright, this is not
It's
a
also the mental
faction
process.
that we are going to allow at the meat rack, right?
You
This
go.
is not someone that's relatable in some way. They're just out there to fucking harvest.
No, they will talk to you. That's the thing. They will try to talk with you with logic and reason. When they were recruiting the homeless person. Yes.
Yes.
When I
They won't try
when I
to
listened to the
any-
speech, because I sat there, listened to it. I wanted to make sure I understood the angle they were trying to go for. They talked about how the homeless would receive help from the city, from other locations, food, temporary shelter, warmth, so on and so forth, but they never offered a solution. That was the thing that they harped on the most. Most places put band-aids on the wounds. No one actually ever tries to fix it fully. And that is what Noel tries to offer when they try to recruit you. It gives you a purpose, a place where you know you can do good, and a place where you know that no matter what, you will have a proper path to take.
God, it's like two fucking ends of the same goddamn rod. At one end, you got Zaris preaching in the streets that the goddamn person's gonna come back one goddamn day, and then you got fucking Null in the streets preaching that the goddamn Omega's gonna come back. Why are there so many cults walking around Zafira City?
Probably because there's a lot of
preaching the same shit.
There's a lot of people in these streets that don't have anything, so when you offer something, they jump to it.
They are struggling, and when you bring it up to Nemesis, he fucking taxes them. That's the issue. The council is a bunch of fucking... Not you. A bunch of fucking assholes that are constantly at each other's throats. That's why you trying to take Nemesis's territory worries me, but also I understand it. I worry you are.
I'm doing it as precautionary measure. If anything, being honest, I would not keep it permanently. I would try to pass it along to someone else.
To be fair, with as much work as you're putting in right now, Hamsky. If I'm thinking forward, the best possible candidate might be you. But in your current situation, I don't think so. You'd have to hit the ground running, and I mean, you'd really have to learn how to play the game 3 steps ahead the whole entire fucking way.
I'm already learning.
One thing about that is it's also a position that you have to want, and it's definitely a power game 24/7.
That's the other side.
Will have to focus more on just the meat rack. If meat rack is your focus, I would suggest sticking to what you want to protect, because once you move up, your power will have to spread wider, and you won't be able to just focus on the meat rack anymore.
Let me just be clear. The meat rack is the only thing that seems to be functioning in the waterfront. There's a dock somewhere, which I could focus on, but I am currently working on expanding. Every single thing I brought up to Nemesis, I've offered it be close to us so we can help. And the waterfront being destroyed is a good thing to me. So we can focus on it.
It comes to the point. I have to take the power from Nemesis and cock the others. I take you as an apprentice or some shit. We work together.
All right, earn my trust. And if this slips out of this room...
Hamsky, we're talking about the lives of hundreds of thousands of people.
If this slips out of this room, all right?
Did you smile?
Look, I trust you guys.
It's precautionary.
No, you don't. You don't fucking trust us. Let's stop playing ourselves.
No,
No, he trusts his people there.
Look, I took a picture of them even though I do kind of trust them, but still, I do not trust you. Yes, you're right. Roderick, you've been very kind. This is not a slight on your character. This is me saying I don't trust you.
It's covering his ass.
Don't let this slip. There's a very real problem with the metaverse where everyone has a massive fucking mouth.
I mean, knowing the people in this room, the only way that this information should get out is if we have someone noobing.
This is okay. I'll have PowerPoint made by Tuesday.
God damn it,
smacked you in the head.
Now, I think we're at that point that you and I should have our private talk then.
Okay.
One more thing I should at least note to you guys about Noel. While we were there yesterday, once we saw Noel, they vanished, and we saw then oh god, what is this? Zafira Military Police?
ZMF.
ZMF is
Yes.
constantly
And
watching us.
they were dead.
Huh?
But
They're
no one
apparently
shot them.
going
They were
after
shooting at
ZMF now.
something.
I gotta go
According to
and
what
talk
Sachi
to
said,
things.
Null attacked ZMF officers.
Where?
Shot them dead in the streets.
Near the meat rack.
Near Percy's shop, and
Oh, in the industrial.
that was what we were seeing yesterday. We saw that yesterday.
I guess it's
Literally.
what district
watched them
is Percy's
shooting at
shop in?
nothing.
Industrial.
Industrial.
Thank you. Thank you.
Industrial.
By the way, speaking of Percy, thing to note, the person that was working for Zara's preaching at the meat rack today, Percy flat out just decked her in the mouth. Not because
Good,
there might
she
not
has
cause
a
problems in the
very-
future.
At soul sight. Could see Roderick cloaked.
She's also barefoot. All socks, but
That's
barefoot.
interesting. When in doubt, it's not the child.
And I'm assuming she put the paper in my pocket.
She was branded by Flynn himself. That's why we came back. Percy has not liked Zars for a long
Flynn's not a
time.
problem anymore.
If
So whatever this
she has
is-
a power like that, she might be an ascendant.
Again, as I've stated before, Alex is still wandering around. We don't know the location.
Yes. And he seems to be very, very, last thing I heard from Lila, he's very, very prudent on protecting her. I don't know why. When we were encountering the necromancer, when Lila was literally held hostage in Orlando Soccer,
Sorry, just
I saw
found my own
big,
little
giant fucking boot footprints.
Scout.
Lila had also told me that she had met with Alex. Nathan's protege.
Okay, I'd like
That's
to
still
talk to you.
survived.
Well, if they're helping non-humans, then they're obviously not part of them anymore.
Oh no.
And then I'll talk
Or like,
to you.
it could be like Null, a split faction front.
Guilty before I go.
I apologize. But there are the rooms in my name, and I'm gonna kick you out here in a few seconds.
Oh, we're
Before
gonna
I go, Guilty.
Wait.
Let me make it known.
Even though I'm saying I don't trust you guys, I'm sorry. I'm worried
No,
about
you're
everything
fine.
right now,
There's-
and
You're fine.
There's a fine line
It's
between
dangerous
making sure you
now.
trust everyone on a certain degree and just knowing
By the
people's
way, Mingus,
personalities. There's no hard feelings.
Remember,
No.
everything in this room's a secret, alright?
We all understand how severe it is.
Thank you.
One minute you could have a friend and the other could be stabbing you in the back. We know that.
Again, I'm gonna make it known. That picture on your phone, this face, if that photo ever leaks, I'm finding you personally and I'm holding you personally
I'm
responsible.
photoshopping you.
Don't let anyone get that photo. Don't let that photo get out.
I'm joking. It won't get out.
That is your only warning.
Gildear, before I leave, let me know what I need to do to sign up for this vigilante and bounty hunter thing. Alright?
I'll send you the documentation when I leave the Onsen.
Thank you. York, I need to talk
Wait,
to
is
you.
all...
I played tag with him earlier, Kupo. He held me hard today, Kupo.
What'd you just say?
It was fun, Kupo. Bye-bye, Kupo!
The spirits, the Onsen.
Yeah.
They were speaking of. They play with Mingus, and it's what led Mingus here.
Oh, I held them hostage at Flurry's birthday party. I think that's what they said. Okay, I'll be real. You addressed, at the very end, my concern. When you said you want to take over the waterfront, I was like, oh no. We're trading. I don't fully trust you. You and Sachi are the only allies the meat rack has, and people don't even trust Sachi. And the only people that... We only really trust you. Most people. I can say all the kind things about Sachi, but it doesn't matter to most people.
I do want to clarify, my talk of going for waterfront is, what is it? Expect best, prepare for worst. At this worst case scenario.
I originally wanted to talk to you about working together, basically what you already offered. Because I wanted to break off the waterfront. I almost got to it today. I almost said it. Because I am so fucking fed up with everything coming down there and fucking with us when we have everything under control. If that it comes to that, I would... That is a good middle ground. I will be your apprentice or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm just saying whatever. Pretty much you and I work in tandem.
It would give me time to learn and I wouldn't have to sacrifice so much, but I am already working on building up the area around the waterfront or the meat rack. And it's my main focus.
I talked with Sonny today. And Sonny was mentioning his opinion to me of he had to pick a councilman that has to involve himself with meat rack. He would prefer me. Not showing off, but I fear that you're at the stage that council involvement is a must. Because if one of us don't step in this position to assist you, someone is going to try undermining. And being honest, kind of fond with what you have and your people. I like stubbornness. You were all stubborn bastards. That's how I got to where I was.
As long as you... If you do that, I want full control of the meat rack. I will talk to you about things.
Of course.
I don't want pettiness. I don't need you to be involved. It's something I've appreciated about Sachi, is that when there was trouble at our front door, he asked if we wanted help. The Lilacs. Even Runic did that. So you give me the respect, I give you the respect, and I would gladly like that. But if you tell Nemesis any of this, if any of that slips, I'm in deep shit. And it's not me that's in deep shit. I'm ready to die every time I talk to the council. He is talking to the people.
Before we continue with that, I did tell Nemesis for brownie points and allow me to position myself against Nali as easier. If there were rumors of the Midnight being able to secede. However, it will be in the aspect that you will be used as a pawn to push other individuals' votes. No offense, Nancy, but you are easy to manipulate by others.
If you're talking about Sachi, maybe. But we have stayed out of people's...
Yes, but I'm also in agreement with many of what Sachi would do. That's why I got here so easily. Being honest.
I don't know how to deal with people that are manipulating me. I can't see it. I can feel it. I can be distrustful of absolutely everyone. But even this little minor deal with fucking Aki Koda turned into a bunch of whisperers shooting Malleus in the street. And my only option is cutting ourselves off, which I almost did today. I want to shut the fucking door and just block everything out.
I'll shake your hand on this. This is the only deal we make. You won't get any deals from me.
What's the deal? That I won't get any deals?
If you need help, do not be afraid to ask.
No strings attached.
That is all. No strings attached. This is where I tell you I do not have greed. I don't get jealous of things. The emotions I convey are honestly masks and fake. Just makes it so it's easier for you to talk to me. There are no strings attached. This one.
This is not like a real deal.
Sure, let's do the finger thing then.
I do the explosion.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, the bounty hunting system should be good. Just contact me when you want to do anything. Or
Be prepared for that meeting Tuesday to be a shit show, if you are there.
I'm aware.
Jumped out of my chest. Thank you.
Put it back in. Put it back in.
Here it is. I love for it.
Hey, Capsky, one thing. By the way, the cat made it back to the meat rack.
Okay, it's a teleporting cat or some shit.
Yeah, I noticed.
I'll see you guys. Bye.
Okay, have a good one.
I also noticed that the other guys are here, but I'm not sure where they are.
Hi.
Oh, you want to talk?
Yay, nay? Are you kind of, yeah. I've been kind of waiting and I kind of gotta go soon, so.
Okay.
It's okay. If you want, we can do another day if you're like tired or something. It sounds like you were in. What? We can just sit down. It's not like super. Well, it is kind of super private. Come here. I'll take a room.
Envy is here.
Great. Wonderful. I'll punch her in the face again.
Like a slight increase.
I can't do that here.
saw you just fail there. What happened?
I work here. I can't punch them.
You'll see shortly.
Here.
It seems more lively than the...
Oh, wrong room.
Random array.
Knock, knock. Can anyone hear me? I don't know how far the rooms are apart from each other.
One time
Okay,
I hid in one
so-
of these closets, and these motherfuckers were just in here dancing. So you could just literally
Bitches.
hide in a closet.
What a bunch of bitches. Here, I got you. Alright. Any souls abound? Pieces of shit. Well, not a soul that I can see. Anyway. Okay. So... I need advice about business running.
What exactly? You need specifics.
I don't know, any basic tips that kind of just jump out at you?
Rely on your team. If you're running low on business, drum up support by doing anything stupid. Fall in front of people, blow something up. Bad news is good news. That's how I started the meat rack. Explosions in the street. Gormunder and Higgs fighting.
Okay. So just make a show. Make a show of it.
There are... You're running a
Okay.
garage.
No, sort of. Not dealing in vehicles. I'm specifically leaving that to your guys. And they're drumming the magic business to us. I already talked to Toronto, and he said you didn't want us to be competing, so I'll deal with the repairs that have to do in the industrial district, except for those that deal in actual vehicles, and I'll send them your way, and they'll deal in whatever's in the industrial district, and send whatever magic issues they get my way. So, we all benefit.
So you're... I'm confused. It's a magical repair shop?
Not just magical. It's a repair shop for a lot of things. And actually, we just got someone that knows software, so they can actually help with more intense cybernetic stuff. which is really cool. And that's a lot of money in that because then there's a lot of robots that come by, and especially in the industrial district, there's a shit ton of synthetics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of money. And we have, scrappers all day, every day, but
Okay.
we actually had to deal with one on opening day. Sorry, go ahead.
Then take what your purpose is and blow it out of proportion, because there are shit tons of businesses out there. You need to stand out. Even if standing out is looking stupid in some way. I've found looking stupid is not always bad. For instance, one time at the High Hall, I just fell in front of people here at the Onsen. Then the next day, it was filled to the brim. Even though everyone was calling me an idiot, I took the risk.
They were doing well taking your money. Or, well, they were giving you their money.
Kind of.
Good. Okay.
Good. What problems are you having, specifically?
Nothing. I mean, right now I'm having problems of 3 fucking groups that are fighting themselves in the industrial district, and now maybe a 4th.
What are the groups?
Opening day, I had a scrapper mech, which, by the way, Taranto has helped with. He has the cockpit and one of the arms. Did he tell you about that fight, by the way?
Yeah, I heard about a lot.
You know about the impending attack?
Yes. Oh, after Halloween, yes. Which
Yeah,
it's a lot on my plate, and I just don't give a shit about a scrapper right now.
That's fine, but it's something you should know about. Especially if it's possibly the bullet plating. It might be a little bit bulletproof. We don't know if they're using that one, though. But we know they're weak to electronics now, or electricity right to the cockpit. We learned that.
Okay.
Stunning. Anyway, sorry. Focusing. The other group is Null came running around. They didn't cause problems, but they were just a problem. A nuisance. And then ZMF came running around. They were an issue, but we kind of dealt with them. And then
I heard some were shot there.
Now I'm worrying about this whole.
That could be an issue all around.
Yeah.
They were actually murdered near.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. Apparently, someone has a friend of someone, and they help clean it up a little bit. But I don't know what that ramifications mean for my section. So we'll see. I might actually be taking a page out of your book, to be honest, Samsky.
If you're making enough money, I would say hire more people that you can trust, people that care about the area that you're in, people that will focus on that entirely. Brainstorm what you want that place to be with them, and then they'll help you. And that might take time. It took me a year, maybe. We had a small gang, and then we had multiple businesses. So.
And I have a bunch of new people every day.
Yeah. Overexpanding too quickly is bad. Extremely bad. They will not understand your way. They will try to push their way in. They'll probably try to dethrone you in some way because they think it's better their way. You need people that you can trust. I'm more speaking about just surviving more than a business at this point.
It's okay. That's helpful information, too.
Money is important, extremely important.
That's why I'm doing the business.
The meat rack started with nothing. I was squatting in it. I used none of my money. I actually didn't take any money that I made at the meat rack anywhere. I went to the Misty Shore and I begged. I have stuck to that. I barely ever use money, and if I am using money, I'm investing in something that'll make us money. I have paid employees, even right now when we have a 15% tax on residents, I am paying employees $2,000 to make up for it. and it's probably bad all around, but I'm taking it out of my reserves that I've saved over the past year. So, prepare for disaster, I think, is one option. Prepare to have to pay for everything out of your own pocket. Don't splurge. Don't go buy something nice. Don't buy yourself a house. Save your money, because there is always danger around every corner. And I'm not just talking about getting murdered. I'm talking about losing your business or anything like that. I feel like I should be talking about taxes, but I think you already know taxes.
I've got an accountant. Or someone's going to help me with accounting. They work here, so, you know, I kind of boss them around anyway. Thank you, by the way.
No problem. If you have specifics, it's easier. These are just off the top of my head.
No, yeah, I'll probably be asking you questions or like text you some, but I appreciate it. And, you're a good guy, Hamsky.
Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Oh, another thing. If you're buying supplies from people, make sure you know who they are, because they will try everything to
cheat
get
me?
the upper hand.
Mm.
Yeah. For instance, I've done deals with Bishop a lot. I can trust him. He's been there from the beginning, selling us moonshine. Just...
That's a question. You get your drinks from Bishop?
The moonshine. Some of the moonshine.
Hmm.
And then there's other
Noted.
drinks that I mix together. They're disgusting. But it's like, again, bad news is good news. Everyone talks about the shitty fucking alcohol. And then they come and they get something good.
And the crazy ass burger, yeah, with the eyeball.
Mm-hmm. It's a Big Brother burger. Oh, I can't be yelling. In this
It's great.
Onsen.
You're fine.
Spirits will be pissed.
You're fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Problem.
If you need any help, let me know, okay? I'm around.
I will. Alright. You can just text me if you have any other questions.
I do have one. I wanted to apologize. I kind of caused problems at your place yesterday.
I heard you punched
Today.
someone.
I punched out. Yeah, I punched out the Zara's chick.
To be honest, I don't want anyone talking about Zara's shit. I feel like everyone's gonna start coming down there and be like, "Did you hear about the Zara's thing at the meat rack?" And it's just gonna be like a fucking petri dish of villains.
Yeah, I'm hoping to stick with my 3. We'll see. And slowly deal with them. I swear, this shit always comes in 3, Hamsky. Like, we had the Aether, the Plague Doctor, and the Mage Hunters, I think, for a bit. And now we have this shit. And this is all bad guys coming back from the dead. Possibly. Probably not. Anyway, sorry, that's my problem to deal with.
No,
Anything in there,
it's
so
not
just
at this
look me up, though.
I will.
Actually, here.
Comfortable down there?
I don't know if I gave you. Did I give you my card yet?
Wear
anything besides
I don't-
armor.
You might. I think
Sorry.
you did.
Devil may repair.
All the people that
Yeah,
I know all at
I
once.
remember this.
Hi. I need to
This is
get
a
something. This is
particularly new
old.
guy.
I need to get something.
Well, if you want to
Thank-
share, all you had to do
No,
was...
it's-
I'm gonna barge into this room real quick. Alright, I'm in here now,
Room's
motherfuckers.
counted.
What the?
I'm
Hi.
in
What do
here.
you want here?
Because I just
I'm
ran
dealing
right
with a
in.
personal issue here.
A personal